Welcome. Thank you for joining me for this breathwork and meditation session. So, we are going to do a pranayama called Anuloma Viloma or Nadi Shodhana, which means purification of the channels. So, it's also known as alternate nostril breathing. It's a very good pranayama to do. It really helps to stimulate the movement of energy through the body. It's very balancing for both hemispheres of the brain. So it has a very calming effect. If people have anxiety, depression, if they're feeling very stressed, this is a great go-to breathing technique to do. It also helps with the sinuses. If somebody suffers from snoring as well, it can be very helpful to do. Really gets the circulation going, and it also helps to lower the heart rate. So, I'm just mentioning just a few of the benefits. So, it really is worth investigating these different breathing techniques because they do have such an array of health benefits for us. So this is alternate nostril breathing. I'm going to demonstrate it first and then we can do it together. So there is a hand mudra that goes with this breathing technique as well. It's called Vishnu Mudra. So it's like this, where the two bottom fingers are just turned down first of all. And we are going to place the index finger and middle finger on our third eye chakra, Ajna chakra, which is the chakra of the mind. And it's just to stimulate that region as well. So we will be placing the middle finger and forefinger there. And what we'll be doing is we will be breathing in and out for a count of 4, but I'll show you. We would block off the right nostril and breathe in through the left nostril for a count of 4. Then we close off the left nostril completely, release the right thumb, and we would breathe out through the right nostril for a count of 4. And then inhaling back through the right nostril for a count of 4. We then close off the right nostril, releasing the fingers on the left-hand side, breathing out again through that nostril for a count of 4. And that would be considered one round, okay? So that's me just demonstrating it. That would be considered one round, okay? I'm going to talk us through it. If you kind of just lose me, just work according to your own breath, what's working for you. If I'm going too fast or too slow, just follow. Just make sure that you follow the finger movements, okay? So we're going to do that for 3 rounds. So let's just make this Vishnu Mudra, placing the index finger and the middle finger. You can close your eyes as well if you wish. On the third eye area, we're getting ready. We're going to close off the right nostril and inhale for a count of 4. Closing off, release the right thumb, exhale through the right nostril, and then inhaling back through the right nostril. Closing off the right nostril, breathe out through the left. Inhaling back through the left nostril again. Closing off the left, releasing the right thumb and exhaling out through the right nostril. And back in. Closing off with the thumb, releasing and out through the left nostril again. And back in through the left nostril. Covering and releasing the thumb, breathing out on the right side. And back in on the right side again. Putting the thumb on the right nostril, releasing and breathing out through the left. And inhaling back through the left nostril. This is our last round. Close off the left nostril, release the right thumb. Breathing out. breathing in on the right hand side, closing off and releasing and breathing out through the left nostril for a count of 4. Keep the eyes closed. You can just release the hands. We just let the hands rest softly in our lap, and just see if you can notice if you feel any different after practicing that pranayama. Obviously you can practice that on your own for longer than we have today. It is very beneficial. So you can keep your eyes closed. Just make sure you feel very comfortable now. You can be sitting, you can lie down. You just find a position that feels very comfortable for you. And I'm going to take us on a guided meditation today. So this is what would be known as a safe place meditation. So if you just come to feel comfortable, closing off your eyes, just connecting with that gentle inflow and outflow of breath in the body. We're going to go on a journey together. So we're going to find a safe place. And this will be a place that you can revisit and then you can create your own. But today I'll provide the scene for us. So we're going to begin by visualizing that we are in a beautiful part of the countryside. And we're just walking. The sun is shining. We're just walking down a path with quite high hedges on either side. And as you walk down this path, you're just taking in everything that you can see around you. Just all the different colours of green, the beautiful blue sky, the sun shining brightly. You can hear the birds singing and seeing some butterflies kind of flying past you every now and again. And then you see a gate just up in front of you. And there's a really beautiful field. So as you come towards the fields, you just stop at the gate. It's quite a big gate. You just rest your arms on the gate, just gazing into this field for a moment. It has many different types of grasses and flowers. You can hear the hum of insects. And it just looks very inviting. So you decide you'll go inside. So you open the gate. And you close the gate behind you. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your face. You decide to take your shoes off just so that you can feel this lovely grass beneath your feet. You can see clover and daisies and dandelions and all sorts of different flowers and grasses, and it's just teeming with life. You take in the aliveness of it and feel the cool, soft grass beneath your feet. And there in the distance, in this field, you see a magnificent tall tree. And it's got huge roots spreading out from the tree. And you can hear the sound of water, that kind of soft trickling sound as water bubbles over rocks. And so you decide to walk in that direction. And you're still listening to the sound of the birds, that beautiful bird song. And you walk towards the tree. And there's lots of foliage, lots of green on the tree. And you touch the trunk, the bark, and just feel that kind of rough texture of the tree and seeing these roots coming out from the tree. And there's one that looks a little bit like a chair that you could recline on. So you decide to kind of sit down, sitting down on this root of the tree. And as you sit there, you just begin to listen to this sound of flowing water. Very soothing, calming sound of the water flowing, trickling over the stones. And so you decide to just sit on this root of the tree, taking in everything around you. Your eyes are closed. You feel that warm sensation of the sun on your skin. And you just take in the hum of the insects that you can hear, that kind of buzzing of bees and other insects. And you try to pick out all the different sounds of birdsong that you can hear. So many, such a glorious choir. You listen to all those different sounds and the sound of the water. And a feeling of deep peace begins to pervade your whole body. So you feel very calm and very serene and very peaceful in this place. As you dwell in stillness and silence, an inner silence. And you feel yourself rooted like the roots of that tree, feeling grounded and tranquil, a feeling of deep serenity and peace, washing over your whole body, into every cell. And you enjoy that feeling as you sit, just noticing your whole body, noticing the breath slowing down, noticing the movement of the body as you breathe in and out. And with each exhalation, you feel more peaceful, more relaxed, more at home within yourself. And you find yourself sitting under that tree for what seems like a very long time. As you just take in everything around you, the feeling of peace growing ever stronger. And while you're sitting there, after a while you begin to notice that it's feeling much cooler now. The leaves in the trees are starting to rustle, a bit of a breeze beginning to blow. So you gently open your eyes and see that the sun is actually beginning to set and that you must have been there for a very long time. So you decide to stand up and give your body a nice stretch, just taking in your surroundings once more, but keeping that feeling of deep inner peace within you. The grass nice and cool now as you begin to walk back towards the gate. And your steps are measured. You feel the sensation of the coolness of the grass under your feet, a slight chill in the air. As you approach dusk, the sun beginning to move behind the hills in the distance. And slowly and peacefully, you begin to walk back towards the gate. You arrive at the gate, you open the gate, and then you step outside of your field, closing the gates behind you. And you start to walk back beside those, or in between those high hedges again, making your way back to where you came from. Just knowing that you have a safe place, you have somewhere that you can visit time and time again. And whenever you go to that place, you'll be able to feel a sense of deep peace and serenity wash over and through your whole body, bringing you a feeling of calm and happiness. So you can stay where you are with your eyes closed, just enjoying that feeling of peace in your body. And just know that you can create different places. It could be a forest, it could be a beach, anywhere that you can imagine, that you can create a safe place for yourself, that you can return to in times where you might just need a little bit of respite from day to day, or you could be feeling stressed or anxious. It can be a very calming thing to do. So I hope you have enjoyed this practice today. Thank you very much for joining me. Namaste.